Now, 4 JMPD officers have tested positive for COVID-19. Over 100 officers have been tested so far since the first confirmed case. Spokesperson Wayne Minnaar joins us now with more on this particular story. Mr. Minnaar, thanks for your time. Firstly, talk to us about these JMPD officers that tested positive. How many were they and when were they discovered?
Yes, a JMPD has recorded 4 cases of COVID-19 now, and one of the officers, and the first officer fell ill on night shift. That was on Wednesday and was tested at Low Park Hospital. The officer has since been discharged and is now in quarantine. On Monday, a total of 107 officers were tested, and 3 of these officers, or rather 2, are in quarantine, and arrangements are being made for a 3rd officer. JMPD have implemented measures to ensure that officers have access to the personal protective equipment so that officers can be safe at all times. And we want to encourage officers to be vigilant at all times.
You are encouraging officers to be indeed vigilant, but a South African listening to us right now is wondering how these officers could have contracted the virus if they have all the protective equipment as they go about doing their duties.
Yes, you see, the duties of an officer is varied, from having to respond to incidents of a robbery, car accidents, complaints of contravention of bylaw. So during a tour of duty, an officer interacts with many people. An officer has to touch. An officer has to make arrests. An officer has to do a lot during that period of time. And these 4 officers are all linked because they were all working together on a night duty. And unfortunately, the first officer got infected. How exactly, we really can't say. But they are now being assisted. The first officer already went into quarantine immediately, and then we had 2 male officers. Now, arrangements is made for the 3rd officer, also a female officer.
Yeah. Mr. Minnaar, there is roughly about 107 or so that are being tested. You will correct me if I'm wrong. And so far, are you telling us that it's just 4 of these officers who have tested positive for COVID-19? And what will your message be to wary motorists who might be stopped by a JMPD officer?
Yes, the testing is ongoing. So it's not only the 107 now, we've passed that mark. So that's being done daily by the city's health department. And to motorists, really we want to assure the residents that we will continue to serve and to protect as other officers are being tested. And our officers are using the protective personal equipment so that they can be safe not only for themselves, but also towards the public they serve.
Mr. Minnaar, I know that we're talking about issues around safety measures when it comes to COVID-19 for JMPD officers, but I want to take you back to the Alexandra case of Mr. Collins Khosa, who died, now we know, at the hands of the members of the SANDF, but there were also JMPD officers present there. How many officers were present at that scene, and what is their status right now in as far as their duties are concerned?
Yes, there were 5 officers who were at the scene, and all 5 are currently being investigated by the Internal Affairs Unit. The investigation is now at an advanced stage, and I'm sure will be concluding very shortly, and then the case will then go tribunal, and there will be a presiding officer who will then listen to the case. And
the court, the court had said that they be suspended, Mr. Minnaar. Are they still on duty?
Yes, no. The investigation and suspension is currently underway as we speak. For the tribunal to happen.
JMPD Spokesperson Wayne Minnaar, thank you very much for your time.